It's time for Mic'd Up. It's time on the show we dedicate to hearing from unique and cool people doing some unique and cool things. Conversations, not sound bites. Today, Adam Longo brings us a story of how he rode along the fittest of parties in D.C. This is the story of the D.C. Bike Party.
We're in DuPont Circle tonight. It's about 7:30. Rain has let up. It's kind of chilly, and we're here for the DC Bike Party. We're going to take over the streets and ride around the city. Sage and Nadia are here with me. What is DC Bike Party all about?
DC Bike Party is all about just gathering together a group of random cyclists coming together all around from DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
We'll take over the DC streets.
Just take over the road,
It's nice, man. It's DC. You never get to do this, you know, on the daytime.
So this is your first time doing this?
This is my first time doing it.
And you're going all in on the 90s gear?
I feel like it's the only way to do it.
Are those speakers or cannons?
That's a great question. They're definitely the fuel for the ride.
It's just fun to be like kind of part of something with a lot of other people who are into the same stuff as you are.
It seems like such a cool community to be part of.
What is the vibe like riding around the city and just owning the streets?
Extremely empowering. This is a wonderful place for first-time riders who are not that comfortable with urban cycling to come out and give it a try. It feels very, very safe to be in a pack. There's a wonderful, beautiful community feeling here. And there's always a theme, so we express ourselves a little. It's very fun.
And I know it's 90s night. I spotted you because of the outfit. What's the story for tonight?
Well, I'm new to DC and I need to make friends, so I literally went into Google and I was like, DC bike groups, and I'm not into like huge like endurance like spandex bro culture, so I love social cycling and I just wanted to like meet some people, and this seemed like the perfect environment.
It's going to be, what, about 8-point-some-odd miles, I believe, for our ride tonight.
We're rocketing down M Street here, just blazing into Georgetown. Absolutely owning the road. Easily 300 people out here on bikes. Coming into the heart of Georgetown right now, and we're going to head over the Key Bridge. I've got a microphone. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we'll give it a try.
It's fantastic. I love it out here. This is my second time, but after the first time doing it, I just wanted to keep coming back. It's a perfect social pace, and nothing feels better than taking over the streets in the cars.
Okay, well, thank you. I think this was probably a success.
Oh yeah, definitely taking over the street, but in a polite and respectful way. The whole thing is to celebrate biking, which I think is fun.
Cheerful, energetic, kind of joyous.
This is about my 9th in a row.
Okay, so what draws you to it?
It's just a group of organized bike riders, just the best people ever. They get a spirit of adventure.
All right, so I'm going to sum up where things stand. We're at the halfway point, so we've just pulled into the park here. It's been a night. They're going to keep going, but this is where I'm going to bow out. I've seen Batman on a motorized skateboard. Somebody just handed me a beer. This is truly DC Bike Party. Every month they do this. If you own a bicycle, this is where you should be.
First of all, my apologies for the woman who so cruelly insulted your spandex bro bike culture. I know that must have hit you where you live.
It was the perfect summation of this story, though. I just had to laugh. It was like the perfect soundbite for the story. But she's right, because this isn't a group that's going out there, that no one's challenging anyone, that no one's setting land speed records. I mean, you called it in the introduction sort of the fittest party in DC. It doesn't have to be. I mean, you're just out there at a slow conversational pace. I can't tell you how liberating it was just to be out there on the streets. I mean, imagine taking a bicycle right now, going out on Mass Avenue, and just, you're literally taking your life into your own hands. You could end up a pancake on the side of the road, right? It was just completely cool. They're celebrating 10 years of DC Bike Party later on this year. That was also, you saw a first in that story, my first ever interview while on a moving bicycle.
There you go.
I felt like one of the people at the Kentucky Derby who rides up to the winner on a horse. It was just completely surreal. Now, we picked today to do this story because the next DC Bike Party is actually going to be on Friday night.
Awesome.
So 7:30, they'll meet in DuPont Circle. This one's called the Cherry Cherry Blossom Chase. They're going to head out at 8 o'clock. They put a route map up the last time of where they're going to go. They haven't done that yet, but I have a feeling the Cherry Blossom Chase, I mean, they're going to be probably doing Haynes Point, Ohio Drive, you know, right around the Memorial and Tidal Basin.
That is one thing that I've enjoyed about them is the themes.
Yeah.
And if you haven't followed them on social media, they have posters up where whether it's disco or whether it's Halloween, they get really into it. My question, and then, by the way, they've been very participatory with us too when we talked about them. They, you know, volunteered to help fix my bike. Who's in charge? Who is in charge?
It's just a loose-knit group. I mean,
Okay.
there's no like pecking order. I mean, they have folks out there that are, you know, blocking streets and they sort of loosely organize, but there isn't this just massive organizational power structure. It's a loose group of people who like to ride and like to have like-minded people out there with them.
That's how you survive. Longevity
Yeah.
is looseness. Shout out to our contributor, Aaliyah, too.
Yeah,
for
she's the
helping
one
us
that brought
with
us the story. And listen, we want to hear your stories as well. By the way, upwards of 1,200 people they've had at one time during one of these DC bike parties. Listen, reach out to me on social media, on Twitter, Facebook. You can also email me as well with tips.